Barbecue Central Show.
Yay! Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the Really Big Barbecue Central Show.
Ooh, this is nice!
And this is the show that talks about all things that are important to the world of barbecue and grilling. The show originating from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, Bomb City, USA, Cleveland, Ohio. The barbecue capital of the North Coast. I am your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on your Tuesday evenings, a live fire fun and frivolity show. If you would like to get in the show, if you would like to get in contact with the show this evening, or you would like to follow the show during off-show hours, here's how you do all that.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at bbqcentralshow.com. Follow us on all the social media channels at BBQ Central Show. And be sure to subscribe to the show podcast feed on your favorite podcast platform.
Anything else you want to find out about the show can be found at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. And here's what's happening in case you get the newsletter. And if you got the newsletter, we know this about the first hour. A well-crafted, well-planned first hour has led to what happens sometimes in live fire talk. And I mean that in not live fire talk, I mean live, live.
We'll do it live.
That's right, Bill, that kind of live. In the live fire talk, every once in a while, and it seemed to have happened more than a few times this year, the first hour or the second hour crashes out. Uh-oh. What does that mean? I don't know. People forget. People get sick. Storms are abound. Did I mention people forget? I don't know. I'm just taking a stab in the dark here, gang. But I can tell you, as I said a few seconds before, a well-crafted, curated, and, dare I say, manicured first hour has gone by the wayside. Not only leaving 35 past the first hour open, but 14 past the first hour. So, instead of panicking and saying, you know what, I'm going to pull in second hour into the first hour, we'll worry about second hour after the first hour, or however long there is left after the first hour, I'm going to do something I rarely ever do. And, might I say, I have pinned it on the YouTube chat board. So, there is a link to vMix. I'm going to explain it very high level. And if you use it, fine. And only one can use it at a time. So if you click on that link and then you click login or whatever it is, I'm not even going to give you the intricate instructions. Although I would say, if you click on the link and you get to the login page, click on the blue text first that says to engage a deeper level of connections or to get to higher levels of, I don't even know what the hell it says. But click on the blue text first before you sign in. And then when you sign in, click on the join call or whatever it is. After you click on the blue text first, it'll bring you right back to a similar looking login page. Except the blue text will be gone because you've clicked on that, enabling a whole bunch of extra functions. And then I'll see you in the box here and then I will get to you, and you can tell me about your hot takes in the barbecue world, or you can ask me a question about the show, or you can critique me. Whatever it is, maybe you got a barbecue product or service that you would like to get out there to everybody. Free plugs tonight in the first hour. So again, if you have access to the YouTube channel, which I'll get to here in a second as far as how you access it, or you're currently watching, go ahead and it's pinned at the top. You can click on the vMix link, I believe, and then you can try and log in from there. I'm not even going to say make sure you have a USB microphone. I don't even know how many people of you would have a USB microphone. But we can attempt what is in the current day phone call, or all show lines are open to take phone calls. So have at it if you're so inclined. That's what the first hour looks like. I have some things to talk about. And then we'll move into the second hour. It is the fourth Tuesday of the month, by the way. Last week in October, if you can believe it, 2025 rapidly coming to a close. And the fourth Tuesday of the month of the second hour could only mean one thing. It is the embedded correspondence rolling in. We got there a mess of 100% assurity questions. And I thought to myself a little earlier today, I call it 100% assurity questions. However, I do make it a point, especially when there are new people coming in, to say these aren't questions. I'm making statements, and then I need a 100% yes or 100% no that you agree or disagree with the statement that I have made. So perhaps we should rename it 100% assurity questions, because again, I'm not saying are you, I'm just boldly making a claim. Also, embedded correspondents have sent in 100% assurity questions over the last handful of months. I've asked them to participate if they feel so inclined. In fact, Matt Osman had a number of winners this month. Usually he gets one or two in. A lot of them are trash. But more than, I think, 4 or 5 made it into the show this month. So congratulations to Matt. But perhaps we should rename 100% assurity questions to this. You let me know through the instant chat if you like it. 100% assurity statements. How about that? Welcome to the 100% assurity questions, or 100% assurity statements. The latter is more correct, is perhaps more properly identifying what that whole hour looks like. The 100% assurity questions, not questions, 100% assurity statements. And geez, if I can remember all the way into the end of November, and that's a month away from now, it seems like a lifetime, but it'll hear before you know it as we get ready to round out 2025. If I can remember to say 100% assurity statements in November, then there's a really good chance that I'm going to remember to do it from here on out, but we'll see if I can carry it to a second month. So that's what's happening on the show this evening. We're open in the first hour, and we have the embedded correspondence second hour. Don't forget, you can follow me socially, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all with the handle at BBQ Central Show. I don't want to discourage you from following me on Snapchat. I don't remember the last time I posted anything on Snapchat. Perhaps it's been years, perhaps, but it has been a long, long while, beyond a shadow of a doubt. However, all of my social media handles, we keep it very simple. We keep it very consistent at BBQ Central Show. Also, we say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of the video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where we have a YouTube poll question of the week, and we're asking everybody this, including all guests, which we will get to in the second hour. Do you take barbecue sauce on the meat or on the side? And currently 75% of you are saying the right answer, which is on the side. To me, why would you ever put barbecue sauce on the meat unless somebody is requesting it specifically? So you're at a restaurant or you have a food truck or whatever you're into. You go to order barbecue, whatever the meal is or whatever the proteins that you're getting. As a proprietor, I would say on menus, sauce served on the side, in parentheses, if you even want any. And then if you are a server of some sort, you're in full service food joint, the server would say, do you want the sauce on the side? Or, by the way, unless otherwise denoted, sauce is going to come on the side. Or, like a lot of barbecue restaurants do, boom, sauce on the table. You don't even get an option. Diane Me weighing in. By the way, hello, Diane. 100% guaranteed statements. I don't want to abandon the whole, like, the funnest part of 100% anything is the word, you can't see me using air quotes on the audio podcast, is the word assurity, which of course we all know is not actually a word at all. It's a made-up Rentheism. I'm very good at that. So I don't want to lose assurity. It's either questions or statements. All right, she's jumping back in. 100% assurity statements. I don't disagree, Diane. In fact, I'm going to agree with 100% assurity with that statement. But I'm agreeing with you. And, as I said before, if I can make it all the way to next month and remember to call it 100% assurity statements, I think we have a winner, and we'll have replaced 100% assurity questions with 100% assurity statements. Now, big news, we have a new sponsor here on the show, at least for a month. Smokin' Pecan Pellets. Don't be fooled. Not wood pellets. Not wood pellets. Smokin' Pecan Pellets. Not pecan. I mean, you can say pecan, that's how it's spelled. Are you looking for more smoke flavor out of your pellet cooker? Because let's be honest, sometimes it tastes more like a fancy oven. Do you want that stick burner flavor without the stick burner work? Who doesn't, right? Unless you enjoy tending fire all day and smelling like a campfire for a week. Look no further than the Smokin' Pecan Pellets. Smokin' Pecan Pellets are made out of 100% pecan shells. That's right. Nothing but pecan shells. No fillers, no binders, no artificial flavor enhancers. Your meat will thank you. Your wallet might thank you too after you realize you're not paying for sawdust. Smokin' Pecan Pellets are a premium cooking pellet that burns hotter and they last longer, and that means your pellet smoker will consume less pellets compared to pellet brands. More time to relax, less time refilling. Dare I say, practically a mini vacation. Their pecan shell pellets have a robust flavor that pairs well with a variety of meats, including the big ones: beef, pork, chicken, fish. Even your weird Aunt Mildred. Do you have a weird Aunt Mildred? If you have an Aunt Mildred, she is probably weird. No offense, Mildreds. But do you have a weird Aunt Mildred who only eats boiled chicken? Who might actually enjoy this? Yes, she probably will. Get the smoke, burn the shells. It's a lifestyle, really. Promo code for Barbecue Central Show listeners, 10% off. BBQ Central is the code. And you visit Smokin', S-M-O-K-I-N, smokinpecan.com. That's smokinpecan.com. Is it? Damn it. Smokin' Pecan. Let's go right to it. Yes, smokinpecan.com. Sorry, wanted to double check because they are a new sponsor. And then as you check out, and buy a couple boxes, really. Don't be a cheapskate. Or Sam the cooking guy would say, don't be cheap. Smokinpecan.com, and then at checkout for 10% off your entire order. BBQ Central. Because who doesn't love a good discount, especially when it comes to delicious barbecue and the closer we get to holidays? You could use that 10% savings on something else. Or buy an additional box of Smokin' Pecan pellets. Again, smokinpecan.com. That's smokinpecan.com. Promo code for 10% off BBQ Central at checkout. We welcome our new friends, new potentially longtime partners, Smoking Pecan. Again, not wood pellets, pecan shell pellets. Also, they have Smoking Pecan shells. So if you're using a completely different fuel source, you can toss the shells on the fuel source for some pecan smoke. The options are almost limitless for what you can use those for. But tonight we're talking about the pellets. SmokingPecan.com, BBQ Central at checkout for 10% off your order. And we're back with open segments right after this. Stick around, be right back.
Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
And believe it or not, we have somebody on the phone line. So hold your horses, pal. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard, makers of Fireboard 2, Fireboard Pro, Fireboard Spark, Fireboard Beacon, the wireless Fireboard Pulse. When you use the Fireboard app, you have total access to all devices anywhere in the world. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call 816-945-2232 today. Diane Me continuing to weigh in. Mac Grills made pellets with hazelnut shells years ago. Well, guess what, Diane? We're done with hazelnut shells. We're all in with pecan. Or for you northerners, pecan shells. I said, what did I get at Starbucks the other day? It was a pecan oat milk protein Corrado. I don't know what the... Usually it's just black coffee. Or no, usually it's blonde. It's a grande blonde Americano, right? That's my drink. It's as close to black coffee as I'm going to get. I don't like Pike's Peak or whatever the hell they call their house blend at the stores myself. So I go blonde roast, Americano, no cream, no sugar, and hot, because evidently you can get that iced as well. But that's just what I order. All right, well, let's throw caution to the wind and see where we're at. I have no idea. Bear with me. We're trying this off the rip. I have no idea if the audio is even going to be here. And if we have audio, don't grade me on it. I'm asking for, let's call it average at best. And we'll see what kind of content we can pull out of it. And we go to the hotline, name and where you're calling from.
Hey, it's Anthony.
Anthony! Parlaman?
Anthony, your cup guy. What's up, brother?
Anthony, I didn't know I was going to be having you call in tonight. I would have brought down one of those esteemed aluminum cups that have barbecue. How do you get into printing shit? Did you just say, hey, I want to print stuff, or was it for sale and you brokered into it? What gifts?
Nah, I was a machinist for years and years, and then I was in between jobs, and my neighbor works for a can manufacturer. So we make all your beer and soda cans. And now I'm just doing whatever the hell they need to do. And we're doing this digital cup printing. So I was like, shit, yeah, let's make some for Greg.
Do you still make the beer cans and stuff?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've got...
That's the main part of the business?
Yeah, 20 plants in North America.
Can you name the biggest customer of beer cans, or is that an NDA?
No, I mean...
Does it rhyme with Schmudlizer?
Rhymes with Sharona.
Oh, how about that? You didn't know this, Anthony, but that's one of my... Bobby, my oldest daughter, that's her boyfriend's... One of his favorite beers is my Sharona.
Yep, that's one of our big jams for sure.
Yeah. Do you prefer it better in the bottle or the can?
Company man, I got to
Yes.
go with the can, dude.
Always. All right. Tried to trick you there, but you didn't fall for it. All right. So what's on your mind tonight, Anthony? And I appreciate you calling in.
I've been tuning in, you know. I saw you had a little link to shout out at you, so I wanted to just say, hey, love what the hell's going on.
Well, we have
That's
embedded correspondence coming up in the
Yes.
second hour. Let me ask you this, Anthony. Would you ever pick up a hitchhiker?
Not now.
No.
I haven't.
You have?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I did.
We look like we're probably about the same age. I would never pick
Yeah,
up a
I'm
hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're about to. We're almost exactly the same age. My parents impressed upon me early a few items in life. Number one, did you lose me?
For a
You got-
brief
all right.
moment.
So my parents impressed upon me, my dad most specifically impressed two things upon me in life. One, if you ever do drugs, and I'm talking about mainly cocaine or crack, two things would happen. You will die instantly. And if you don't die instantly, you immediately become hooked and you can't get off of it, and then ultimately leading to your demise. So I never did any hardcore drugs, weed, nothing, because I was scared I was either going to die or become addicted, number one. Number two, never pick up a hitchhiker because they will kill you immediately. So how old were you picking up a hitchhiker? And was it somebody you knew?
I think it was like 17, and they seemed like they were old enough to buy me beer, so
Wow.
I did. Yeah.
Personal safety
Yeah.
for beer, right?
Hell yeah.
Did they buy you beer?
And hey, no. No.
Oh, man. What a risk.
They ended up older brothers, though.
Yeah.
That was
And we've lost Anthony just like that. Oh, no. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Lost you there for a second. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, they didn't buy beer because they knew my brothers. And my mom used to put my brother's pictures in the delis saying, don't sell beer to these boys. They're not old enough.
Wow. Your mom owned a deli?
No. We just lived in a small town,
Uh-huh.
upstate New York. You
Where-
know, where
where at?
delis. Newburgh.
Newburgh. Is that close to Saratoga Springs?
Oh, about an hour.
Our
We have-
north? South?
Hour south.
Yeah.
We have a can plant there in Saratoga Springs.
Are you canning Saratoga spring water?
I don't think they do.
I see that health guy chugging down Saratoga water, but it's always in this crystal blue bottle. He's increased their sales by like 900% or whatever. I forget what that guy's name is on Instagram, but yeah, I've never seen Saratoga water in a can. I've never seen bottled water in a can.
You know, it's funny because it doesn't last forever in the cans. You know how they always say the plastics, it gets hot and they go bad. Same thing with the metal. The coating they put inside only lasts so long. So yeah.
What's the life expectancy of a can? We're getting breaking news.
I think we have from the time we make it till the time it's filled, like it has to be out within like 2 years.
Huh. All right, so you got time, but don't be letting it hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, because one of the things, I'm up in R&D for us, so I'm not at like the actual manufacturing plant, and so like I learned a lot of weird shit. Like whipped cream was one of the worst things I ever heard they could put in a can. They used to eat right through the sides of the can.
Oh, really? I thought it was because everybody and their mother back in the day was tilting the can just so and then pressing the nozzle and doing a whip it.
Well, I mean, all right, yeah, we're gonna go back. No disrespect to Mom and Pa Rempe, but like, I mean, I instantly die, and I'm not hooked.
I heard that.
You know, you're in your garage talking to Greg on a Tuesday night.
Well, Mom and Dad, look, Anthony is just fine doing massive amounts of whippets, didn't get addicted, and is obviously completely alive. So anything else, Anthony, before I let you go tonight?
No, brother, man, this was terrific. Thanks. I'm glad I got to say hi to you in person-ish.
Yeah, well, appreciate you calling in and helping the show through the first segment. And again, thank you very much for the cups. Bobby brought some back to Pittsburgh. I hate Pittsburgh, but at least she's got some representative cups that she was very thankful for. So once again, appreciate that.
Outstanding.
All right, pal, have a good night.
You too. Give Solberg my love, brother.
I will, absolutely. John must be a fan of John. All right. Now, Anthony is off, so if somebody else wants to bump in, I'll be able to see you do that. I'll actually, do I want to leave that up there? Nah, better not. We'll take that down. So appreciate Anthony jumping in. Longtime fan of the show and supplier of aluminum cups to this house. I think to the tune of 40 or 50, but Bob took 10. I told her to take more, but she didn't listen. I told him it was okay to dent them and just toss them out, whatever. In the meantime, if we wait for somebody to jump in, I have some other items that we want to talk about. A quick update on the poll question of the week. Do you take sauce on your barbecue directly or sauce on side? 79% of you are saying sauce on side. Yes, indeed, that is the right answer. Of course, I didn't get to it last week or the week before, but a few weeks ago we had an email from our pal Terry in Kentucky.
Terry?
And it appears I have a minute or so to get to Terry in Kentucky. And he's writing in, Greg, listening to the show from last week, so this is probably 3 or 4 weeks now at this point. Listening to the show from last week while I mow the pasture, hearing you say that some barbecue podcast ranked you 143rd most global influential person in the industry. I'm shocked that you were so low. Is there an email I can send a note to for support in you getting a higher number? Love the show. Regards, Terry. Terry, thank you for writing in. And we have now covered this perhaps ad nauseum, but I will go ahead and give you an answer anyway, Terry, since we do find ourselves in a little bit of extra time here. Number one, I have had a number of back and forth messaging opportunities with the folks at the Underseason Barbecue Podcast. They are gentlemen. Jay Beaumont, a stellar human being, as Jeff Pryles said last week, a co-founder of one of the coolest things to say ever out loud, the Australasian Barbecue Society. Who doesn't want to become a member of that just to be able to say, yes, I'm a member of the Australasian Barbecue Society? So they are, Jay is a founding member of that. Jess Pryles, by the way, a co-founding member of Australasian Barbecue Society. I believe there was a third person that I will not remember. So Jay, a very accomplished live fire putter-oner of events, does the meat stock down there in Australia. Jay, I don't know what it looks like from a fly me out there situation at the tune of no cost to me, all cost to you. But I'm very entertaining. Put me on stage. Pair me with Jess Pryles if you're going to be bringing her down this year, unless it's already happened, and I apologize I'm late. But, of course, there was always next year, and you want to bring me in. Jess and I can do some back and forth. We could perhaps team up on a interviewing the meat masters that you might have in, or put Jess on stage and I can interview her as the tens of thousands of her fans, because of course you're in her home country, are showing up in droves to hear what she has to say about how she got into it, about her meat science background, about how she's a meat science grad, about her cooking, about her recipe writing, book writing, now going to be 2 books deep here before we know it. I'm really quite a talent, and my appearance fee has got to be considerably less than what a lot of these other so-called big shots are probably charging you. And I'm here to work. You can ask all the people at the Hartville Hardware Grill Fest. Now, look, am I saying that Hartville Hardware Grill Fest is on the same level as Meat Stock? No, but I'm not saying that it's something to sneeze at either. In fact, I would say it's nothing to sneeze at. One of the jewels of live fire during the summer/early fall here in the whole state of Ohio. In fact, the quad state region, that being Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Let's even call it the Quint region. Let's even go further. The sex region. Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Let's mix in a West Virginia. Let's mix in a Kentucky. And let's not forget our Ohio, of course. I believe that accumulates 6 states. So the sex region of barbecue, the crown jewel, as everybody is coming to say it and believe it, is the Hartville Hardware Grill Fest, and we're going to do it again in 2026.
We'll do it live.
We will do it live again next year, next September. 3rd week, I believe. You can start to pencil in that date. The 3rd week of September always seems to be where we're at, and we're looking forward to doing that again. So anyway, Jay, you can ask everybody at Hartville Hardware that is of importance that hires me back every year. Do I show up early? Yes, every day. Am I prepared? Yes, every day. Do I have questions? Do I have ideas? Do I have fun facts? Do I have game shows at the ready? Yes, 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 and yes. Do I stay after and clean up? Do I put chairs away? Do you need me to spot clean something, shoe shine something? Do you need me to take a star back to their trailer? I'm not above anything. I'm not better than anyone. No, sir. I'm just the average worker bee. And, hey, I'm here to entertain as well because guess what? I'm pretty good at it. Pretty good at it, everybody. So there's my pitch to Meatstock. By the way, if you think I'm wrong, all right. We can agree to disagree. And what? Most important rule here on the show. We can agree to disagree. We can still be friends because that's what we believe here on this show. It's one of my guiding philosophies in life. We don't have to be at odds with each other because I believe something that you don't or you believe something that I don't. You might believe in Jesus Christ. That's nonsense, but I don't hate you for it. You go right ahead and believe that all you want. Go ahead. I'll love you just the same. God bless you. Anyway, Terry, thank you for writing in. By the way, as I had mentioned any number of weeks, what is going on here with Doug? Get Doug messing with the agenda in the final moments. I had many internal struggles as I saw myself at 143. I didn't have any internal struggles with that. I was just happy to be on a list anywhere. First time I've ever been on a list, I believe. Unless you're talking about, I listen to X Barbecue Podcast, what other ones are out there, and I just get lumped in, sometimes as an afterthought. This is the first time I have been on a list on purpose that somebody thought about me and said, yeah, you know what? We will put him on. So they included me. Very, very happy, very thankful. But as I see Daniel Vaughn being revealed as number 1, Jess Pryles said she didn't have any problem with that. She actually thought it was a great choice. I did have, initially, Terry, internal struggles with if Daniel Vaughn should have been number 1 or not. As I had mentioned before, definitely, and with no questions asked, number 1 in Texas, beyond a shadow of a doubt, beyond reproach. No reproach necessary. Reproaches not needed. But I'm not sure if he's influencing the rest of the world. But then I say to myself, you know, if he went to Paris and had a great barbecue, especially if it was in a style of Texas, but if he had great barbecue in Paris, I feel like that place would instantly do better because of the nod, because it's a high tourist area. There's probably a lot of people that like barbecue. They know who Daniel is. And if Daniel said, hey, this is a great barbecue place, while you're in Paris, stop by and hook up with some of their Texas-style brisket, I do believe that restaurant or those restaurants would inherently do better. So then I think to myself, indeed, Daniel Vaughn should be number 1 overall, most influential person in the world. Of course, then I argue with myself again, and then I talk myself back out of it, and that he should be number 1 again. Oy vey. Good for you, Daniel. All right, let's do it. Let's throw caution to the wind again. We got a minute and a half, but I can stop the clock in case we're going well. We go to the hotline and welcome it. Holy shit, it's Johnny Maggs. I know that puss anywhere. Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Greg.
What's happening, my friend?
Not much, my man. Don't you just love the joys of doing it live?
Yes, always.
We'll do it live.
Bill, okay, Bill, easy. We're going to do it live. I had no thought that tonight wasn't going to come off without a hitch, and then right around 5:45, everything went into the ditch. And instead of panicking, I said, you know what? Let's see what happens when we throw the link out. What kind of fish can we catch? What kind of gold can we mine, both in a live sense and then for the folks that are going to be taking it in their convenience through podcast? What kind of gold can we mine? So, what is Johnny Mags burning on these days in the barbecue world?
Oh, just, I'm in a bit of a funk with my guests.
What do you mean?
Shooting out messages and trying to book and get everything on the calendar and start a conversation, and then all of a sudden the week goes by and you never hear from anybody. And so, it happens a couple times a year, but we got a couple things lined up, so we'll be getting into the through beginning of December for the podcast. So we're doing all right.
Who's
Then we'll
the
see what December through the holidays leads to.
who's the big name you got coming up, or who do you want?
Oh, I'll talk to really anybody. But I had a wonderful conversation last night with a dear friend, Alton Matthews of the Dog Fathers Barbecue. He's a member of the original crew with me, Smoking Joe, him, and a bunch of the other guys when I first got into everything many years ago. And next week I have a gentleman, Wes Garrett from Piglytically Incorrect out of Mississippi. The week after, I'm talking with the boys from Turbo Trusser.
Oh
Gonna
yeah,
talk turkey coming up on
I just saw
Thanksgiving.
that they got into Walmart. By the way,
Yeah, they got the gold ticket for Walmart, so that was great. They also got into 250 Lowe's stores
do they have
throughout
are
the
they have Turbo
country.
Trusser at your Lowe's?
No, nothing in the
Oh dear.
Northeast, because I know like Doug got into Home Depot. And as far as I know, and he might be able to correct me if I'm wrong next hour, but I guess Home Depot doesn't tell them what stores they're in. So they're kind of a guessing game. But the Turbo Trusted guys had posted all the stores that their products are located in, but nothing up here in the
Hmm.
Northeast. So it is what it is.
Would you buy one? Do you have one?
Oh, I have all their products.
You do?
They have a lot of good stuff out there.
Well,
Yeah,
they
they
got a
have
chicken trusser and a turkey trusser, right?
they have the turkey trusser, the chicken trusser. They recently came out with it's a 2-pack of Cornish hen trussers. Uh, they have a jalapeno popper tray, which is very convenient. I like it very
Is
much.
it like metal with
Then they
holes
have
cut out of it?
Yeah, no, it's
No,
like you would see the traditional that the
like the
the
whole
jalapeno
peppers.
would sit in the whole pepper.
Yeah.
These are jalapenos die cut out of the metal tray, so it's cute looking. So the popper, the pepper lays sideways,
Huh.
and they do a dozen or so on there. Then they also have a cream cheese platter that doubles as a serving tray and also the cooking vessel itself.
Like
The
smoked cream
handle is
cheese.
designed to come out
Uh-huh.
to so you can move it, but then also becomes the spreader for said cream cheese
Yeah.
after preparations is complete.
All right. Big question coming up here for Johnny Mac. The most overrated thing in the history of viral barbecue anything was smoked cream cheese. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Of course it was.
It's good. It's delicious, but it just seems
So
a lot
overrated.
of work.
I
Yeah.
mean, is it? You drop a piece of cream cheese, you throw some rub in it, and you put it in the smoker, and then everybody's falling all over themselves talking about how great it is. I mean, it's smoked cream cheese, Jack.
No, absolutely. I remember as a kid growing up, my mother, my grandmothers, my aunts, at any party we'd have would have cream cheese with topped with something, but it was room temperature cream cheese.
Yeah.
So you're ideally doing the same thing, except you're adding barbecue rub or a barbecue sauce to it now.
And a little smoke essence.
So a little smoke essence, yes, correct.
Johnny, have you ever been
But
electrocuted
yes, once,
once? Do you remember what happened?
once. Uh, it was a plug for a fan, and I reached to unplug it and came to life a little bit.
Did you stick your finger in the outlet on accident or something? Bad cord?
No, it didn't. The cord must have been had a little bit of a sever to it, and I wasn't aware. So when I grabbed it to unplug it, I got a little zing.
My mom tells a story. I don't remember it, thank goodness, where I might have stuck a fork in an outlet, started doing the crazy dance. Very young age. Very young age. Now we know what happened all these years later. Anything else before I let you go? Johnny Mags, and appreciate you calling in tonight.
No, that's it. I saw you. You had a little issue here, and I was available, so I'll help you kill some time for sure.
Johnny, I appreciate your fandom, and I appreciate you helping me pass some time. Thanks so much.
Anytime, brother.
There he is, Johnny Mags right there. And the phone lines remain open, except after these messages. By the way, I know some of you were wondering, is that an astronaut? Yeah, that's an astronaut. Can you guess where I got it? It can't be too hard to guess. Go ahead and guess in the instant chat. I'd say you win a prize. Ooh, I got to remember to talk about this. Hey, what do we love about ceramic cookers? We love that they're fuel efficient. We love that you can achieve low and slow temperatures for traditional barbecue meats. We love that you can get rip-roaring hot for high temperature grilling of steaks and other thin cuts. But what's missing in the everyday lineup of ceramic cookers? The real ability to do true two-zone cooking. Two-zone cooking is very important to both professional and backyard cooks. It's the best way to manage a fire and cook with confidence. However, getting a two-zone fire in a round ceramic cooker is not very realistic. Why? Because it's round. Enter Primo Grill. The game-changing oval design, the shape gives you the ability to execute a two-zone setup that you desire. It also gives you the other ceramic grill benefits as well. Really, when you break it down, there are more than 60 different ways to configure the Primo cooker, so you're only limited by your culinary imagination. If you're into accessories, you know that the Primo has accessories galore, like the Primo Grill rotisserie, the Primo Grill pizza accessory, just to name a few. Here's the bottom line. Best ceramics in the biz, patented technology, true two-zone cooking capabilities with multiple sizes. Only sold through dealers, so you have to find one near you, primogrill.com, and then use the dealer locator to find said dealer near you. Then visit them in person, touch and feel all the Primos. You're going to love them. Who's ready for a Primo? I am ready for a Primo. Got to get to this here, too. Want to forget about that. Phone lines remain open, so if you are watching through the YouTube chat, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat, probably right below where the poll question is, and you can click through that link and try and connect. I'm guessing it's not very hard. Both Anthony Parlaman and Johnny Mags connected in here in the first interview segment. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Welcome back, and I thank caller Johnny Maggs and Anthony Parliament for joining me last segment. This portion of the show being brought to you by Pit Barrel Cooker, the most unbelievable outdoor cooking device on the planet, available in 3 sizes with a host of accessories. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or professional, it's a cooker you want to add to the arsenal, especially in that upright barrel cooker segment. Visit pitbarrelcooker.com and then tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. I do have a cigar update that I'm going to be getting to here in just a moment. And let me get to this here. Yes. That's right. Push in? I do. Stand by. Here we go. All right. And the phone lines are open. So let me get to the cigar update first. All right. Look, I think at least 4 of you now are waiting on green cigar samples. I have them. They are packed. Here's what you're going to be getting. Number 1 cigar, you'll be getting a green Toro, a green line Toro from McAuliffe. That is number 1. And then, because I have been tardy, was also out of town for the better part of last week, you will also be getting McAuliffe Purple, which was the most recent one to the green. So all of you that are currently waiting, I have everything packed. It will be going to the the post office tomorrow morning as I make my way into the office, or after I have so here's what's happening. I have a breakfast meeting with the Cummins guy. He's an engine guy. And then on my way from the breakfast meeting with the Cummins guy to the office, I will stop at the post office and I will send your McAuliffe green line cigars and purple. How about that? On me. It's free. And as some of you said in the email request, if it's free, it's me. By the way, I would like to say this, and I think I might have mentioned it last week. I have been featuring the green cigar in the mobile lounge here over the last number of days. And I got to tell you, is it Matafina wrapper? It's something special. It's very good. It might have bumped McAuliffe Red down to number 3 if we're going to go ahead and rate these. So currently, I'm sitting McAuliffe Black, I think McAuliffe Green, and then McAuliffe Red, and then McAuliffe Blue, and then McAuliffe Purple. I believe that's how many they have out at the moment. A purple last for me, and then blue second to last. But black, green, and red are just exceptional cigars. And I might even say that we have a 1A, 1B, 1C. No, I'm going to say 1 is singular by itself, and it always goes back to McAuliffe Black. It's a banger. It was Cigar of the Year a couple of years ago as well. 2A, 2B, McAuliffe Red, McAuliffe Green. McAuliffe Green, McAuliffe Red. Completely different wrappers, completely different flavor profiles. Yes, the innards have that essence of Nicaragua, where if you like Nicaraguan cigars, it's a really good chance you're going to like a lot of the McAuliffe portfolio, regardless of if you're smoking in the color line or not. But the Matafina wrapper is a night and day wrapper difference than compared to the McAuliffe Red. But both are exceptional cigars. So you will be getting a green and a purple in the mail, and that is your cigar update. Look for it tomorrow. I will send confirmation emails out tomorrow if you are looking for confirmation emails. A lot of you aren't looking for that. You're just happy to get it when you get it. Now we have this.
A Barbecue Central Show exclusive news update.
Greg Rempe reported from the breaking news desk here in Cleveland, Ohio, the city that breaks the most live fire breaking news across the country, nay, the globe. And I am Greg Rempe filing this report from said Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city and Bomb City, USA. I don't really know how to lead up to this other than to say this. For all of my 50 plus years of life, as I've just broached into the 51st on July 10th of this year. But for most of my 50 plus years of life, I was born as Gregory Rempe, no middle name, and I have maintained Greg or Gregory Rempe, depending on if I need to be formal or if we're just chopping it up amongst pallies. I have abided by what has been my government name, Gregory Rempe, all along. However, as of October 22nd, 2025, you will now have to call me Lord Gregory Rempe of Blairdom. And if you don't believe me, here it is, the Certificate of Disposition and Proclamation, Lord Gregory Rempe of Blairdom. And you can't read all the text there. However, I can. The Scotland Titles Estate in Fife, Scotland, herein referred to as the estate, has been partitioned in dedicated sovereign plots of land. The Lord, me, has petitioned unto Scotland Titles on this day their intention to purchase, and Scotland Title has determined to accept the disposition of plot of land, the estate, and the casdom, hereto referred to as the land. Basically, what they're saying in funny Scotland talk is, I'm a landowner in Scotland, and that makes me a lord, bitch. Now, while I do have that, by the way, here's a cool flyer that shows where my plot of land is. Also on my plot of land, which is 1 square foot by 1 square foot, they're putting a tree because I love greenness. This is the land proclamation with reference number as far as where it is located. And then perhaps the most important part of all, the master title deed, which I have yet to execute because basically by signing the deed, I have to also change my name and title from the underside. So I have to go deed of change of name and title of Gregory Rempe, now Lord Gregory Rempe. And there are certain things that I have to abide by, 3 things actually. I absolutely and entirely renounce, relinquish, and abandon the use of said former name of Gregory Rempe and assume, adopt, and determine to take and use from the date hereforth the name and the title of Lord Gregory Rempe in substitution of my former name, Gregory Rempe. Number 2, I shall at all times, hereafter, in all records, deeds, documents, and other writings, and in all actions and proceedings, as well as in all dealings and transactions, and on all occasions whatsoever, use and subscribe the said name of the title of Lord Gregory Rempe as my name in substitution for my former name of Gregory Rempe, so relinquished as aforesaid, to the intent that I may hereafter be called, known, or distinguished by the name and title of Lord Gregory Rempe, and not by the former name Gregory Rempe. And perhaps this is the most important one of all. Number 3, I authorize and require all persons at all times to designate, describe, and address me by my adopted name and title of Lord Gregory Rempe. In witness whereof I have hereunto subscribed my adopted name and substituted name and title of Lord Gregory Rempe, and also my former name of Gregory Rempe. Now also, since I am said landowner of Scotland, blah, 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 it comes with this great informational, but who gives a shit? The most important part of all of this is, number 1, I did legally buy land in Scotland, and I am now legally a lord. By the way, I got it as a birthday gift for my wife, Becky, who is a now official lady Lord and Lady. So you have Lord Gregory Rempe and Lady Rebecca Dawn Rempe. And by the way, in case you missed it, everybody, that means you guys, have to refer to me, designate to me, and address me as Lord Gregory Rempe. Or there are a few things that I will take in its place. If you would rather not call me Lord Gregory Rempe, you can just say, yes, my lord. And if you're talking to my wife, you can say, yes, milady. Or as Doug is saying in the instant chat, LGR for short. I don't like that. Milord, or to my wife, milady, is acceptable. Otherwise, give it to me. Give me my new government name, Lord Gregory Rempe. So when you say, oh, Lord, it's not like you're exasperated. It means that you are properly qualifying me. Now, if that weren't enough, if you use Google Maps and you think I'm full of it, go to Google Maps, go to the search tab, and in the search, type the Rempe Estate. In fact, I'll do it for you. Here's what you will find. Right here, here's the pin, the Rempe Estate, right by the Baker Estate, the El Sheikh Estate, the Blairдom Estate, the Henderson Estate. You have the Rempe Estate, by the way, if you would like to see what my current undeveloped land looks like. Look at that. Winner, chicken dinner. Look at, I believe right here where this tree is. Is that a tree? Maybe it's a bush of some sort, acacia tree. I don't know what the hell it is. That could be mine. I mean, you can see it. So it's got to be mine. 1 square foot of land by 1 square foot of land. Thank you very much. I am the Lord Gregory Rempe. Again, right here. Go to Google Maps and type in the Rempe Estate. It really shows up. It's a historical landmark, toots. All right, we are back to wrap the first hour right after this, where I will become increasingly overbearing that you use my new proper name, Lord Gregory Rempe. By the way, Katie Rempe, not a lady or lord, saying, time to get an affiliate deal with Scotland Titles. I don't disagree. Anyway, we will wrap the first hour right after this. Stick around, be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All of a sudden, I've realized there's a lot of updating to do. David Lee, big voice guy and imaging professional for the show, is going to need to address me as Lord Gregory Rempe. That's worth the money. Kate also weighing in. Please update the show notes. I don't disagree with that either. We'll be updating the show notes. Doug Scheiding, that is Lord Gregory Rempe to you and I and the rest of the world. That's right. Might I suggest hitting whatever Scotland Titles website is and joining me in the fun and frivolity and complete legalness of being a lord. By the way, if you're going to do it, spring for the official paper packet. It really adds a legitimacy to this whole thing. I mean, listen to the weight of that paper. This is heavy gauge. Plus, you got the naming title deed that you can, I guess, turn into the clerk of court. When I get my new license, I have to bring that certificate in, Lord Gregory Rempe. Oh my God, that's going to be so awesome. I should probably get my passport redone. All right, stick around. and we'll be right back.